that is usage of constructor in inheritance, and next concept is final keyword. Before moving to this, we have a revision. So first question, which of these is not a correct statement? Read the statement and answer the question. Which of the statement is not a correct statement? Which of the not a correct statement? Every class construct method must be declared abstract. So if you're having abstract method means you must declare class as abstract or not. That is a first statement. So next, abstract class define only the structure of class, not its implementations. So next, abstract can be operator. So abstract class can be inherited. Option C and option D. So every class, if you're declaring an abstract method inside a class means we must declare the class as abstract. That is first statement is correct. So second, abstract class define only the structure of the class. So implementation is not present in the abstract class. That is also correct. So if you have two different concepts, that is an abstract class and concrete class. So inside a concrete class only we have implementation detail. Abstract class we cannot declare all the implementation. Okay, that is also true. So next, abstract class can be initiated by new operator. So we cannot create object for abstract class. That is the main concept. So here what they declared, abstract class can be initiated by new operator. That is a false statement. So if you have all the implementation, then we can create object for the particular class using the new operator. So wrong statement is abstract class can be initiated by new operator. So we cannot create object for abstract class. Okay, if you have a concrete class means we can create object. Concrete class means fully implemented class. Next one, if there is an abstract method in a class, then what is the answer? If there is an abstract method in a class, then class must be abstract class. Class may or may not be abstract class. Class is generic. Class must be public. What is the answer? Just explain the concept. If there is an abstract method in a class, then class must be, yes, very good. So class must be abstract. Okay. So first one is a correct answer. So next question. Abstract classes can dash instances. Abstract class can dash instances. That is also I explained just now. Abstract classes can dash instances. Instance means object. Any answer? No. So abstract class can never have instances. That means we cannot create object for abstract class. Okay. So abstract class means it just represents an overview of the system. So outside a view, it hides all the implementation details. So only we have to declare the structure. So implementation detail comes under concrete class. So we cannot create instant abstract class. Which of the following is a correct way of implementing an interface? Which of the following is the correct way of implementing an interface salary by class manager? So what is the syntax? This is an interface concept. That is not inheritance concept. This is interface. What is the syntax? So inheritance means we have keyword class followed by parent class, that is manager, followed by the keyword extent, and followed by the subclass, that is salary. Isn't it? First one is on inheritance concept. Second one is on Shrutika answer correct. Second one is class manager implement salary. So if you are using interface concept, we must use the keyword implements. Okay. Next question. Which of these keywords is used to define interfaces in Java? Which of these keywords is used to define interface in Java? Any answer? Okay. Interface. First I is small letter I. Okay. So interface is declared as interface. So next, moving to the next concept, usage of constructor in inheritance. So before moving to this, first I need to convey something about variables and methods. So already you familiar with the concept inheritance, isn't it? So already I explained all those things. If you have any doubt, you can ask at the end. Okay. So consider this program. Here we have parent class. First one class, parent class. So, and inside we have a variable integer value equal to 123. And I am using an inheritance concept, that is class, subclass to extend parent class. So, I am extending all the things from the parent class. So, in this child class also we have the same variable, that is int value equal to 224. So, again inside we have a method. So I'm going to display a child class value. What is a child class value? 224. So what is this concept here? We have used a concept inheritance here. We are using a concept inheritance. So what the inheritance will do? It extend all the properties from the parent class also. So already we have a parent class value, integer value equal to 123. Again child class contains same variable value equal to 224. So what this program will do means, so it execute only the child value. So it execute the child property. So I see the last main program. I'm going to create object for subclass 2 and using the object name as yes and new subclass of. So I'm going to display the sub display value. So display means display method. So s dot display. So s dot display means this control directly moves to the method display method. So here we have a statement child class plus value. So it takes the value present in the variable value. So what is the value? 224. So here child class, it overrides the parent class property. So I am display the answer as 224. That is the main concept. Already we discussed the concept method overriding in polymorphism. Same concept here. So if you declare values both parent class and child class value of particular variable is same means, so what it will do means the child class, it override the parent class and it display the child class property. That is the main concept of overriding concept. Okay. So here we have variable as value and here also we have variable as value. So both the variables are same. So at the execution time, what it does means, so this child class, it overrides the parent class and it displays the output as 224. So it does not display the parent class value 123. So if you want to display the parent class value means we have to use the keyword super. For that purpose only we are using the keyword super. Okay. So I will show the demonstration. See the program. Here we have class, parent class, same program, and we have a value and child class, subclass also contain same variable name. So, and while executing program, child class, it overrides the parent class. I will show the demonstration. Okay. What is the answer? Child class 224. So what the child class will do means it overrides the parent class property. Okay. So if you want to display parent class value means what we have to do? We have to use a keyword super. Okay. Super dot particular variable name. So if you declare like this means it display the parent class value also. So inside the display method, I'm going to give a statement system dot same statement system.out.println. So I'm going to display parent class value. Parent class. What keyword I have to use here? Plus super dot variable name. Okay. So again, save this and execute the program. End with semicolon. Okay, what is the answer? First, display child class value. Child class 224. So next statement, what we have next statement? System.out.println parent class super dot value. The super keyword, it is used to inherit all the values from the parent class. Otherwise, we cannot call all the parent class value because here both the variables are same. If you are declaring same variable means we cannot call the parent class value. So if you want to call parent class value, we must declare super dot variable name. Okay, that is the first concept. So next we have method concept. Here we declare only about variable. Here I explain only variable concept. So in case if both the parent class and child class, this is considered method overriding. Okay. So here we have a method void display. So inside we have a statement system.out.println parent class. So this is our parent class method. So and inside a child class we have a method void display. So inside we have a statement child class. So here parent class and the child class it contain same method, isn't it? So what child class will do? Child class it overrides the parent class. So we'll check this. Okay, so what is the output? Child class is the output because here we have both the parent class. This is our parent class. Okay, so and this is our child class. So both the parent class and child class contain same method, that is display method and display method. This is method overriding concept. Okay, so what the subclass will do means it overrides the parent class property. So it display the answer as child class. So if you want to display the parent class statement means what we have to do? We have to give super dot method name. Just we have to declare a statement super dot method name. What is our method name? Display. Okay. So inside super class, that is a parent class, we have a display method. So inside we have a statement parent. So if you want to display both the parent class and child class value means we have to use super keyword. So why we go for the super? Because both the parent and child contain same method name. Same method means we have to use a keyword super to execute a program. So next compile this. So I did mistaken method name. So both the parent class and child class contain same method means we have to give a super keyword followed by the method name. Then it execute the both the parent class statement and child class statement. First, see here. First you display only a child class value. So child class statement. So in this case, if you want to display both the child class and parent class means we must declare super dot method name. So here we have a display method and here we have a display method. So if child class, it overrides the parent class and display only the statement child class. But if you want to display parent class means we have to declare a statement super dot display. So I did some mistake in this method name, so only it shows an error message. Okay, we must declare method name as same. So that is the next concept. So next we have constructor. So variable is over, method is over. So next we have usage of constructor in inheritance. So see the program. Here we have parent class constructor system.out.println. This is a parent class default constructor. This is a default constructor, isn't it? So no argument present inside the constructor. So parent class constructor, that is a default constructor. So again we have a subclass constructor. So again I'm going to create object for subclass and I'm going to execute this both parent and child class. So here I'm creating an object for subclass and once I'm created this object, the control moves to the subclass. So what the subclass will do? It inherits all the properties from parent class also. So if you are using no argument constructor, then compiler automatically call a super method and this parent class constructor is inherited by the child class. So in this case, this parent class statement is inherited by this child class. So no need to give any super keyword and all. If you give super keyword also, it do the same operation only. So first we have parent class, we have a constructor, parent class constructor. So inside we have a statement parent class default constructor. This is not a method. This is a constructor. If you declare a method means we must declare a return type void or integer. So this is a constructor. So this is a parent class constructor and again we have a subclass. So inside we have a subclass constructor. So and this is same as inheritance concept. I'm using inheritance concept only here. And I'm going to create object for subclass. So through this object, yes, I'm going to call subclass. Here I'm using the concept inheritance. So it extends all the property of parent class also. So first you display the statement as child class default constructor. And this parent class constructor is automatically invoked in this child class. So again it display the statement as parent class default constructor. Okay. So this is a usage of constructor in inheritance. So in the same way, if you want to give one super of keyword means we have to give. But if you are using no arguments constructor, so no need to give super of, compiler automatically invoke the parent class and child class. Parent class properties also displayed and child class properties also displayed. So I will show the demonstration. Okay, I'm going to change this into constructor. So we have a class name, parent class. So same as constructor name, parent class. So inside we have parent class and we have a subclass. So again, I'm going to create a constructor for subclass. This is an explicit constructor, isn't it? So we have implicit constructor and explicit constructor. This is an explicit constructor with no argument constructor. Okay. So inside we have a statement system.out.println child class. So if you declare super, same procedure. If you are not declaring also same procedure. If you declare super also same procedure. Compiler automatically inherit parent class constructor. So execute this one. So this is subclass. So inside a subclass, we have subclass constructor. Constructor name is subclass. We have parent class. Inside we have parent class constructor. Again we have subclass. So inside we have subclass constructor. Inside we have a method, statement child class. Again we have one main method. So I'm going to create. So this method is not necessary. Why? Because here we are not using any method. Just we are using a constructor concept. So what is the output? Parent class and child class. So if it is a no argument constructor means no need to give any super keyword. Compiler automatically invoke parent class and child class and it display the answer as parent class and child class. So if you want to use super also you can use. So we have to give super off. So inside constructor we have to give super. So the main purpose of super is it is used to inherit all the parent property. If it is both the parent and child values are same, means we have to inherit through the super keyword. So what is the output? Parent class and parent class. If you are using no argument constructor, no need to give super keyword. So it directly call parent class and child class. So and next we have a parameterized constructor. So in case this is an parameterized constructor, integer value, okay, and child also parameterized constructor, subclass, integer value. So both the parent class and subclass are parameterized constructor. So what I have to do? So from the main function, I need to pass an argument for the constructor. So first we have a parent class. This is a parameterized constructor. So we must declare a variable. And subclass, that is also parameterized constructor. So we must declare a variable. And so we have to pass value from this main method. That is subclass is equal to new subclass of 10. So we must pass the value 10 to this subclass. So this is a subclass statement, isn't it? So we have to pass value from the subclass. So this 10 is assigned to this subclass constructor. Okay. But if you want to pass the value to the parent class means we must declare super of 5. Example, super of 5 means this 5 was assigned to the super class. So if you are using no argument constructor means no need to give a super statement. But if you are using a parameterized constructor, you must give a statement super. So the subclass of 10, it is assigned to the subclass variable. And this 5 is assigned to the superclass variable. So if you want to display the statement, you have to give parent class plus value and child class plus value. Okay. So execute this one. So what is the output? Parent class 5, child class 10. Okay. So if you are using parameterized constructor means we must give a statement super of followed by the argument. Okay. So if you are using no argument constructor means no need to pass any value. So compiler automatically invoke parent class to the child class. That is the major differences in usage of constructor. So these all the things comes under super class. Next we have final. So what is the purpose of using this final keyword? So we can use the final keyword in variable, method and class. So first we have variable. So if you declare the variable as final means it acts like a constant. We cannot change the value. Okay. Next, if you declare method as final means we cannot override the method. That is subclass and say superclass can have the same method means we cannot give the method name before the method name is final. I will show the demonstration. So next one, if the class is final means we cannot use an inheritance concept. So these are the three main things in final. So if you declare variable as final variable, that act like a constant. So we cannot change the value. And if the method is declared as final, we cannot use a concept method overriding. And if the class is final, we cannot inherit the class. That is, inheritance is not supported. So see the example. So first we have a class bike. Inside we have a variable speed limit, that is 90. So here I declare as keyword as final. So what is final? We cannot change the value of speed limit. So the speed limit, it contain a value 90. So and inside a method, again I am going to change the value into 400. Speed limit equal to 400. So if you declare this variable as final means we cannot make any changes in this particular variable. That is the main concept of final variable. Okay. So it shows some error message. So next concept, we have a final method. So what does this final method means? Here, see here, we have a method void run. So this is our parent class. Inside we have a method run. And this is our child class. Inside we have a method run. So if we declare this method as final, so we cannot use the same method in the subclass. So you cannot override the parent class method because parent class method is declared as final. Okay, so if the method is final, again we cannot use the same method in the subclass. So that is the next concept. So and next we have, is final method is inherited? Yes, you can inherit final method. See here, we are using the inheritance concept. Here we have class bike. Inside we have a method final void run. Now this is a method. So this is a final method. Inside we have a statement running and we have a child class Honda extend bike. So we can extend parent property in this child class. But in the child class, we cannot give the same method void run. Okay. See the previous example. So both the parent class and child class contain same method run. But parent class, it contain a keyword final. So we cannot override the final method. So this comes under the concept of method overriding. Because both the parent class and child class contain same method name. So if you are not using the keyword final, we can use. So if see here I declare as keyword as final. So we cannot override the concept. So and we can inherit the method. So this child class, it does not contain any same method as parent class, isn't it? So just I declare a child class and inside a method, I'm going to create an object for the child class and I'm going to run the properties. That is, I'm going to run Honda.run now. So this child class, it checks for the run method. So in this child class, I'm not declaring any run method. So what next? What is the next concept? This child class, it extends property of parent class. So parent class contain a method run. So we can inherit in the child class, but we cannot override it. Okay. Next one, Java final class. So what does this Java final class means? So normally, how we create a class? Class followed by class name. If I declare the class as final, we cannot extend the class. We cannot use inheritance concept in this method. If the class is final, we cannot use an inheritance concept. Class Honda extend bike void run now, and I'm going to create object for the child class. So but we cannot use this concept because here the method is final. We cannot change the final class. So that's all about final keyword. I will show the demonstration. So first we have variable. So see the example, we have a class bike. Inside we have final int speed limit. So what is the value? 90. So inside a run method, we have a statement speed limit is 400. You know, if you declare the keyword final, we cannot change the value anywhere in the program. So we'll check this output. Java C bike.java. First I need to save this. So what is the error message? Cannot assign value to final variable speed limit because already it is a final. So we cannot change the final variable. So it display an error message. So next concept we have method. So I just change the same program. So final method. So I'm using a keyword final. So this is our super class. Inside we have a method run. So inside we have a statement system.out.println running. Any statement we can do. Okay. So this is our parent class. Okay. Again, I am going to create a child class. Class Honda. So it extends property of parent class, that is bike. So inside a public, inside again we have same method, that is void runoff. So again I am giving a statement running safely. So this is our child class method. So we have parent class method void one, but this is a final method. So we cannot override the same method, isn't it? So here also we have a run method. So I'm going to run this. So our class name is Honda. So you have to create object for the Honda class. Honda obj equal to new Honda. Next obj dot, what's our function name? Runoff. Okay. Sorry. Yes, obj dot runoff. We'll check this. What is our class name? Class name is Honda. So again, we need to save this program. Honda.java. So what is the output? So we cannot override run method. So error runoff in Honda cannot override runoff in bike. Okay, that is the concept of using final end method. So we cannot override the final method. And if you want to use an inheritance concept and only to give the same method here means we can execute. Okay, so see here we have a final method. So final void run. Inside we have a statement running. So this is our child class. So I'm going to create object for the child class Honda and I'm going to access the child class and parent class methods. But child class I'm not declaring any method. So we'll check the output. So Java Honda. What is output? Running is output. So we can inherit, but we cannot perform overriding operation. Okay. So last one we have a final class. So if you declare the class as final, so we cannot use an inheritance concept. Just I'm declaring final void bike. So I am using a concept child class Honda extend bike. So again main function. So here I declare a class as final. So we cannot use an inheritance concept. But here I am using the concept inheritance. We'll check whether it execute or not. Error cannot inherit from final bike. Okay. So that is about today's session. So once again, I explain those things. I recall all those things. First we have super keyword. So super means if both the parent class and child class contain same variable name or same method means child class child class it overrides the parent class and it display only the child class value. To overcome this disadvantage, we go for super keyword. So see here we have parent class value 1, 2, 3 and child class contains same variable value 2 to 4. Both the child and parent contain same value So we cannot use the parent class property. So it display only the answer 224. So if you want to display parent class property means we must declare a statement. See the next program. So inside a child class, we have to declare a statement. Is a keyword. It is used to inherit property. You see the example. First we have value 1, 2, 3 and same value 2 to 4. So again I'm going to display a statement. Both the parent class and child class means child class we can directly display through the variable val. If you want to display the parent class, we must declare a statement super dot value. So it display both the statements. That is the first concept. So next concept is method. So this concept comes under overriding concept. Here we have parent class. Inside we have a method display. So this is our child class. Inside we have same method, that is display. So while executing this program, what is the output? Child class method. It display only the child class property. But if you want to display this parent class also means what we have to do? See the next program. We must declare a statement super dot method name. So parent class contain a method display, child class contain a method display. So if you want to display both the properties means we have to give a statement super dot display of. So it display parent class statement and child class statement. So if you are not giving this statement, that is super dot display means it display only the child class method. Okay. So next one, usage of constructor in inheritance means. So here we have parent class constructor, parent class of. So again we have a child class constructor, that is subclass of. So what the compiler will do means this is a no argument constructor. So if you are using an inheritance concept means automatically the parent class constructor is inherited in this child class. So it display the answer as parent class default constructor and child class default constructor. Okay. So no need to use a super keyword. If you are using, next example. So if you are using super keyword also, no changes. So it also inherit all the properties. Without giving super also, it will works. Okay. So it display both the statement of parent class constructor and child class constructor. So next we have a parameterized constructor. So see this program. First we have a parent class constructor. Here I am declaring a statement integer value. So I am using a parameterized constructor concept. And subclass also contain integer value. So what we have to do? We have to pass an argument from this main method. Okay. So I'm going to create object for subclass and I'm going to pass the value. So I'm going to pass this 10 into this subclass subclasses. So what is the value for this value? So this value, superclass value contain the value 10. And if you want to pass the parameter for the superclass, what we have to do? So inside a subclass, from the subclass, we can pass the argument super of 10 or super of 5 or super of 20. So if you are passing value from the subclass means it is assigned to this parent class value and it display the statement. Okay. So that is the next concept. And next we have a final. Inside final we have variable, method, class. So if we declare variable as final means that act like as constant. We cannot change the final variable. And if you are using method name as final means we cannot use a concept overriding. And last we have a class. If you are using a class as final, we cannot use an inheritance concept. So first one, final variable. So final variable means inside a parent class we have a final into speed limit. So speed limit is assigned as a final. So it is 90. So it is fixed. So again we are going to change the speed limit means we cannot change the variable. So it display an error message. So next we have a final method. So here we have a method runoff and subclass also it contain a method runoff. But parent class here I declared a statement as keyword as final. So we cannot override the method and superclass. Okay, this is fixed. So we cannot perform overriding operation. So it display error message. So next, if the final method is inherited, so inside a class we have a final method. Whether we can use an inheritance concept or not, we can use inheritance concept and it display the answer as running. That is the next concept. So here we have a final method and here we have a subclass. From the subclass, I am going to call a parent class also. What is a subclass? Subclass, it extend all the properties of parent class. So we can inherit all the parent properties in the subclass. So does the output? Running is output. It display the answer as running. So last one, we have one final class. If we declare the keyword final before the class, we cannot use an inheritance concept. Okay. So here I am using the concept class Honda extend bike. So we cannot use an inheritance concept because this class is final. We cannot use an inheritance concept. Okay. That's all about today's session. If you have any doubt, please post your answer. Sorry, queries in the chat box. Any doubt? Okay, ma. Thank you. Go for break.